This is the Royal Doge channel. Give yourself the life you deserve. 7% BNB rewards straight into your wallet. Earn whilst you sleep. Join us at theroyaldogetoken.com. If you want to earn some money, like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Let's see what's going on in the market today. Welcome back, guys. What a couple of days this has been. I mean, seriously, before the announcement of our new partnership, we had a huge run-up, which we briefly touched on in my last video. However, what we didn't see, because just after I finished recording, we had another huge buy-in, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. But, you know, we said welcome to our new partnership, which was 100x coin. And if we have a quick look in the poker room, we'll see that they are now on our supported currencies list. We've got our Doge, we've got Addict, and we've got 100x. This list is growing, and it's growing at a very fast rate. These devs, honestly, they keep throwing things at us day after day after day. We certainly don't get the chance to get bored here. I want to just quickly fly over to the chart here, because we saw on this point right there was where we had our last video, when we had that huge 100 BNB buy-in. And then once I'd finished recording, we had another huge buy-in right here, which took us all the way up to just about 0.017. And then, of course, you know, we had the paper handlers that do what they do. Despite the huge potential of this coin, despite the really low market cap and where this is going to go, they decided, you know, a grand or two profit is enough for them. They were quite happy to take it and leave. And that's fine, it happens. The paper handlers take a little bit of profit, and then a year later they come back in when it could have been worth millions, and they buy back in at such a high market cap that the potential for astronomical growth has gone. It's elapsed. They've missed it. So they move on to the next altcoin. Well, you know, they're free to do whatever they want to do. I'm sure there were many people that bought into Bitcoin, Ethereum, that left after they made £1,000 or 10,000, you know, thinking they had a good deal, and then kicked themselves a year or two later. I'm sure that happens time after time after time. But after that announcement, you know, we had some steady growth. You know, we had 4 hours of nice, steady, slow growth. We had a bit of consolidation, a bit more growth, and then we had quite a bit of a sell-off. And the market as a whole has been down, so, you know, I'm not really too worried about that. But today, I was quite shocked to see this right here, this huge green candle. This wasn't just one buy-in. When I had a look through, it was many, many, many buy-ins. And what we're seeing now is, yes, we're losing people, but we're gaining people as well. You know, we're gaining people from our partners, we're gaining people from the PooCoin ads. But the main difference I've seen over the last 2 or 3 days is that people are growing in confidence to put more and more money in. We're not just seeing, you know, 1/10 of a BNB or half a BNB coming in anymore. We're actually seeing 1 BNB and 2 BNB and 6 BNB all being piled in, and it is increasing. I mean, this is what it ends up being like. And even after this huge gain, I would expect a big sell-off after this first green candle. But we didn't. We had a bit more growth. Things kind of topped out here, and then we had a nice, normal, steady pullback. And when this finds the floor, you've got to realize that we do have a bit of support here and a huge amount of support down there. If this does pull back, I can't see it going too far. We're certainly not going to lose all these gains that we gained today. Because when the market is down by between 5 and 10% as a whole, we are actually up, you know, between 16 and 20% that we've been looking at for the past few hours. That is amazing growth when the market is down between 5 and 10%. Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down, Doge is down, and Royal Doge is actually up between 16 and 20%. That is going to get us noticed. Okay, when people are looking at coins that are trending, when people are looking at coins that have the highest growth on a day like this, we are right up there. And we are sitting comfortably at a $1.5 million market cap with only 912 holders. I mean, that is incredible. That is staggering. So after such a huge increase like this, it's quite normal to see a pullback like that. And once it finds support, once it finds the bottom, it will go up again. I mean, if we go back to the daily chart, I'm just going to have a quick look here. We are now 23 days old. And we are nearly at all-time highs again. I've never seen a chart like this before. Never. We always see these huge gains in the pre-sales and then these huge dips again. Then the coin will usually consolidate for months and months. And some of them will just fade out and die. Others, they'll get a catalyst or something that happens and they will go up, but steadily. I don't see this. We're seeing a lot of bigger investors coming in. We're seeing some whales come in. We're seeing a lot of smart money entering Royal Dogecoin. Because they can see it has a future. They can see it's not going to fizzle out and die. They can see its huge gains. And hopefully everyone out there watching can see these gains and this potential themselves. I mean, the B&B rewards alone of the last 3 days have been more than in the last 20. Absolutely amazing. But if we just quickly nip over to the Telegram group, we had Mr. Royal Dodge himself giving us yet another teaser this morning. We have potential news coming out in the next day or so about a huge influencer that's going to come in and host a poker tournament for us, which is very exciting. Huge following on Twitter and YouTube, I hope. So that will get some bums on seats. That will get some eyes seeing our project, which is exactly what we need. And this popped up today as well. Feg token. Okay, they have their own swap, and I'm guessing they're initiating talks for us to be part of that, which will be good. I mean, yes, we're available on PancakeSwap, we're available on Dex tools, etc. But there will be people, especially Feg token holders, that like to use their own swap. So it's just increasing the ways in which you can buy. I'm not saying this swap is any better than others. I'm not saying it's any worse. But if we increase our options and we spread out the fan, we'll capture more holders. If you imagine fishing in a sea off the side of a fishing boat and you use a really small net, you'll catch a few fish. But if you really use a massive net, you'll catch a lot more. And we're getting noticed now. If you notice, that is them approaching us. That is Feg token inviting us. So the word's getting out. People are starting to take notice. They're starting to see these huge gains. Over the last week, we've gone up by 100%, and we've held it. Absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping in the next day or two, we should hear about our influencer and who he's going to be. And we should hear about whether or not we're going to be part of this swap. And I'm sure the devs are working very hard in the background to make these two things happen. And I would love to know what these devs are working on, because they seem to be throwing something at us every single day. The confidence that the loyal holders have in this coin is mind-blowing. And we just need to get noticed and get people, to see us. That is the only thing holding us back right now. We just need some publicity. We need to push it out there. And this new influencer will do that very well. I'm hoping he's got millions and millions of followers on Twitter and subscribers on YouTube to really push things out there, because the more eyes that see this, the more eyes, I mean, not just for the poker rooms. The poker rooms are a huge part of this, and the online casino will be massive in the future, and I'm really looking forward to that. But a lot of people will come in for the huge potential gains that we can get from this. A 1.5 million market cap with 100% gains over the past week, when the market's been pretty flat, to be honest with you. We've had some good gains over the last few days, but we've had equally big drops as well. And we are seeing these gains and we are holding them. So the next few days are going to be rather interesting. We're going to watch out for the news about the influencer, and we're gonna maybe hear something more about Feg token coming in with their swap. Once these tournaments start happening and they're hosted by big influencers that are well known in the crypto space, then we should see our holders fly through the roof. So will our bags, and so will our price action, and so will our profits. But guys, if you can afford to leave the money in, leave it in. Because what this coin will do over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years is going to be mind-blowing. Don't forget, it took 7 or 8 years for Bitcoin to get huge. And it was once new. It was once untrusted. And it was once very cheap. Dogecoin took 7 years to get as big as they are today. Many, many coins just sit in obscurity for years on end before they get the big break. But once again, I have never, ever, ever seen a price action like this in the first month. This is textbook. Happens on every single pre-sale opening. But this is unheard of. If we can top our highest highs in the first month, and if we can surpass those high highs and keep them in the first month, we will get noticed. And the volume of the last 3 days has been incredible. I've been really enjoying seeing this BNB come back through. So don't forget guys, the future is bright. The future is Royal Doge. I'll see you all tomorrow.